Welcome to week 5 of e-learning. Today is April 28th, 2020. It is a terrific Tuesday. I am ready to go out and about and to find my students and see the work that they have been doing. We are starting a new week and we are going to jump into it like a vampire jumps into new blood. Ho! Welcome to our new week of e-learning, guys. I hope that you're ready to do this. We're going to revisit our reading, where a character responds to an event or a challenge, touch up on some poems with writing, and finish up with our math and our activity and challenge. Today looks to be a great day. I hope you're ready for it. And like Mr. Elliott's vampire says, let's get started. Welcome back to another day of our guest speakers. Today I'm so excited to we have films, movies made after this person. It is tremendous. I'm glad that this person's able to join us today. Our talk show is called Prime Time because we have a special Transformer here today. It's Optimus Prime from the Transformers. Optimus Prime, thank you. Mr. Elliott, thank you for having me here. Optimus Prime is glad to join the Prime Time Talk Show. Thank you again for having me, guys. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind, and I'm going to start with this first question. Optimus, why did you guys come here? The Autobots and myself came here to hide. We needed to save ourselves, and the best way to do that was to come to Earth and hide out. What's it like having movies made after you? You know, it's really tremendous. Tremendous that people are able to hear our story and to know what we went through. You know, it's definitely a difficult time, but you know, I don't let the stardom go to my head. I just live my life and do the things that I'm capable of doing. And finally, my last question: what advice would you give to our viewers? The advice that I would give to your students and the viewers right now would be, please just make sure that you're getting out and you're getting your exercise. Definitely, right now we're in a time of where there's not a lot to do. You can't go outside and get into your normal activities. So it's important that you do some type of exercise, whether that's go outside, whether that's inside. Make sure that you try to do something. See you guys later. And that's Optimus Prime joining us today. We gotta wrap it up, and until next time, that's Prime Time Talk Show. Later, Gators. Homework for today: reading Slippery Siblings, questions on Google Forms. iReady reading 15 minutes. You have your poem, Teachers Jumped Out of the Windows, and read 20 minutes. For writing, you have journal entry and Google Docs poem focused on repetition. In math, you have the Google Forms application problem, a Google form, measuring questions, and do Zern for 15 minutes. We're going to finish up our homework by an activity and challenge, and that is a brain break today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Welcome back for another week of reading. Again, our standard this week is going to be about how a character responds to a challenge or an event. We're going to talk about a family who they actually bobsled ride. Last week was Moses Goes to a Concert. Today we're going to read Slippery Siblings. It's a very short story. And then I've got the graphic organizer that you're going to help fill out by answering questions today, and we'll complete our graphic organizer tomorrow. So the title is Slippery Siblings. Blaze Bryant and his sister Joy race bobsleds. When the Empire Games took place, they got the chance to compete. Blaze and Joy raced their bobsled down the course in less than 37 seconds. They drove fast enough to win the gold medal. We were going like mean machines, says Blaze. We were so fast that the catchers at the end of the track almost couldn't catch us. Blaze, who likes to be called Hurricane, was the driver. He steered the sled through the icy corners at speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Not an easy task for any 8-year-old, but Blaze was born blind. While Blaze drove the sled, Joy sat behind him. Her job this time was to keep her head tucked down and to trust the driver. She would rather have been driving, but it was Blaze's turn. This was Blaze's second year of bobsled racing and Joy's third year. They learned to ride at the youth bobsled program held at Mount Van Hoevenberg near Lake Placid, New York. Twice a week they practice on the same frozen track used in the 1932 and 1980 Olympic Games. The facility provides the special small-sized bobsleds. Riders must bring their own gear: a helmet, long pants, and heavy socks with sports boots. It's the driver's job to get the sled down the quarter-mile track as fast as possible. You steer with ropes, but if you pull too hard, you will lose time on the curve. If you don't pull hard enough, you'll hit the top of the curve and maybe crash. Joy and Blaze ride with other sledders during practice. Joy especially likes riding with other girls. But when it comes time for the championship race, she teamed with her brother. Blaze says that Joy is his biggest helper on and off the track. Why do they like bobsledding, Joy says. I just like it. I just like being with my friends. Blaze simply grins and says the one word, speed. During the warmer months, Joy and Blaze practice with their dad. He made a small run on a hill at the high school. They slide on a small sled with wheels. They also keep fit by jumping and flipping on their trampoline and swimming on the local swim team. What is their next goal? To win even more gold medals at the Empire State Games. Driving by numbers. Blaze loves math. He uses numbers rather than his eyes to drive the bobsled. My dad rode with me the first time down the track, says Blaze. I counted while he told me when to turn left, or turn right, or left. That's all it took for Blaze to learn the course. Now when the sled is pushed off, Blaze holds the sled steering ropes and starts counting. He remembers the length of the straightaways and the steepness of the corners, and he feels the track curving. If he senses the track going up on the left, he knows he has to turn right. He pulls lightly on the left rope to steer the bobsled through the curve. When he wants to turn left, he pulls lightly on the right rope. And that is it for Slippery Siblings. Again, this is about a brother and sister, Blaze and Joy, who go bobsled racing. Now, our standard is, how does a character respond to an event or a challenge? So our character that we are going to be talking about is Blaze. I have him in the middle of my graphic organizer. You're going to have 4 questions, or you're going to have 4 things you need to answer on a Google form, and then tomorrow we'll put these on our graphic organizer. So the first question you need to answer are, what are some of Blaze's characteristics? How would you describe Blaze? The second question is what are Blaze's strengths? So you can list those strengths that he has. The third is a complete sentence. What challenge or event does Blaze have to deal with? And then finally, how does Blaze respond to that challenge or event? 4 things on Google Forms. Remember, we're going to revisit this tomorrow and fill out this graphic organizer. Our standard is, how does a character respond to an event or a challenge? Alright guys, you know it's Tuesday, but Tuesday's our new Monday, so we're at a time where it is our poem time. Today's poem comes to you. I really enjoy this one. Today's poem is called The Teachers Jumped Out of the Windows. I usually wait for this one to do toward the last week of school, but since we're not in school, I'm going to go ahead and share this one with you. So this is titled, The Teachers Jumped Out of the Windows. The teachers jumped out of the windows. The principal ran for the door. The nurse and librarian bolted. They're not coming back anymore. The counselor, hollering madly, escaped out the door of the gym. The coach and custodian shouted and ran out the door after him. The lunch ladies threw up their ladles, then fled from the kitchen in haste, while all of the students looked puzzled as staff members scurried and raced. We'd never seen anything like it, but still it was pretty cool to see all the staff so excited to leave on the last day of school. Again, I usually wait and share that toward the end of school, but since we're not returning back to school, I'm going to go ahead and share that with you today. You can practice this poem. I do have it saved, so I'm going to upload it on my website, and I should be able to put it in with our Google presentation, So you should be able to find the poem today. And that right there is your poem. Reading today, we read Slippery Siblings. So you're going to find 4 things that you need to complete on a Google Forms. When you finish that, go to iReady for about 15 minutes. You're going to find your poem, upload it either in your Google presentation or on my website. Find that, read that, and then finish up your reading by reading 20 minutes tonight. That will take care of reading for today. We are now at writing, and we're going to continue to build on our poetry. We've been working on trying to really create that visualization, and today we're going to talk even more about enhancing that visualization by using repetition. So repetition, what does repetition mean? It means that whether it's a line or a phrase or a word, it occurs multiple times. So when we look at repetition, repetition creates a stronger image and it creates a rhythm. Most poems have a rhythm, but when you use repetition, that gives it a stronger rhythm that allows us to not only get a flow for the poem, but it also allows us to create a stronger visualization. We're going to slide over to my computer and I'm going to show you a couple examples of poems that use repetition. Here is another slide that says repetition. Repetition occurs when poets repeat words, phrases, or lines in a poem. It creates a pattern, increases the rhythm, strengthens feelings, ideas, and moods in a poem, and it allows for a stronger visualization. Let's look at the example. This example is titled The Sun. Someone tossed a pancake, a buttery, buttery pancake. Someone tossed a pancake and flipped it up so high that now I see the pancake, the buttery, buttery pancake. Now I see that pancake stuck against the sky. In this poem, The Sun, you can see that the word pancake is repeated multiple times, as well as buttery, buttery pancake is repeated twice. Therefore, what they're trying to really get you to focus on is that pancake. But the pancake does not necessarily mean it is a pancake, because as you can see, the poem is actually titled The Sun. So the pancake represents the sun in this particular poem. Let's look at the next poem. Our second poem is The Pickety Fence. The pickety fence, the pickety fence. Give it a lick, it's the pickety fence. Give it a lick, it's a clickety fence. Give it a lick, it's a lickety fence. Give it a lick, give it a lick, give it a lick. With a rickety stick, pickety, 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 pick. You have a lot of repetition here. You have the pickety fence that's repeated. You have give it a lick, give it a lick, give it a lick that's repeated. And you have pickety, pickety, pickety that's repeated. In this particular poem, the repetition creates a faster rhythm. Now we're going to slide back over to my whiteboard and we're going to do a quick repetition poem that I'm just going to quickly write on my own. Now that we're back over here at my whiteboard, I quickly wrote down a poem that I just thought up in my head. Now I don't know why I thought this or why it came to me, but hopefully you're able to see it. If you're not, I'm going to read it and focus on what I repeat, my repetition. So here's my poem. Angel, angel in the sky. Angel, angel, fly so high. Angel, angel, look over me. Angel, angel, that's my plea. I'm repeating the words angel, angel. Okay, so then I got angel, angel in the sky. Angel, angel, fly so high. Angel, angel, look over me. Angel, angel, that's my plea. That is a poem that I quickly wrote just working on repetition. Obviously, my repetition, I keep repeating angel, angel. Today, your homework is going to be to really try to write a poem that incorporates some type of repetition, repeating a word, repeating a line. Writing's homework today. You have a journal entry just like you've been doing, and then your poem is a repetition poem. You're going to remember to try to type up a poem that focuses on either repeating a word or repeating a line. You have some examples that you can refer to, or you can look at my example that I wrote that was angel, angel. Writing, that's your homework.